counter takes advantage of unbalanced look that was shifted in to be able to create a counter power play that is unmatched with down blocking and attack. Also, would outside end there, that's why he just hands it off.
I love this ice cream. 6 points late on goal line. Real short yardage.
Two, two, three, she a baddie, rocks a link. Let me take her to the back, she wanna look at me. Headshot, 2, 2, 3, bear rock, movie scene. Baby, let's turn up.
Stretch play action white cross throwback. Wow.
Nothing, just my dreams and my hands. A little hope, a lot.
Washington's double pass. The easy
Motion. Statue over each play lethal.
Everything in football is getting them going one way and giving the ball the opposite. This is a counter to the counter, and now screen reverse. Pin and pull QB sweep gives you a +1, which is unbelievable. And then it gives you the ability to great down blocks, getting out on the edge, and get you in great space. Reverse wheel is for the F is an unbelievable play. Gets the F wide open. The action's correct. When you bluff both the split zone and reverse, it's an easy pass to the tight end because everyone's sucked up. When you bluff both the split zone and the reverse, it's an easy pass to the tight end because everyone's sucked up. On this counter bluff tunnel screen, getting an action going the opposite way, and those backside linemen leading down for the tunnels. Jet counter read is a great play. Reading that backside, the rail's wide open, you just throw it. It's phenomenal RPO up the jet, which is almost unstoppable. Hardest thing is protecting it, but it is unstoppable if you're able to get it off. jet counter read is a great play. Reading that backside, the rail's wide open, you just throw it. It's phenomenal RPO up the jet, which is almost unstoppable. Hardest thing is protecting it, but it is unstoppable if you're able to get it off.
Yeah, Big Blue Nation stand tall. 44 in the backfield, y'all know what time it is. Let's go. From the ground to the ground, born to attack. From Scarecrow running with the giants on his back. Heart had no cap, listen when the flash. Every carry like thunder, when he hitting that clash. Breaking through the loud like a runaway train. Talk tough if you want, he deliver pain. 4th and 1, everybody know the code. Give it to be skeptical mode. Run it up, yeah, run it up. Ooh. 44, never giving up. Take it to the can. I'll let you lick a lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'll take you to the candy shop. Yeah.
Second down and 7. Here goes Keith Jackson, the tight end. On a reaver, gets a block on the corner and breaks into the open. It's now. The 21st night of September, I was changing the minds of pretender while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key of souls.
Watch the fake and make the ball back to the left. And all the time the offensive linemen are going to go around and form a wall of blockers. Now we pick up Jackson again. Watch the red shirts over here. They've got outside position and they set up the wall. Letting number 88 go right down the boundary. Good blocking. The timing was perfect. I don't ever remember seeing a surprise play work so beautifully this early in the football game.
Well, we've got 5 people to block these people, and we've spread these guys out so they're not very close to the ball. And as a result, we're pretty good at running it into this. And all we're really trying to do is gauge what the defense is giving us and go where they're not, so to speak. And anytime we get a front like the ball, we should expect to be pretty effective at it. And as far as how it balances out, it really depends on how the defense plays us. If if the defense plays something like this, we should potentially run it against Georgia last year. Kentucky ran it 42 times and maybe should have run it 60. But if they If they refuse to empty the box and do something like this, keep 4 down linemen in here. And have something like this. Or they've got us outnumbered. We've got 5 to block, and they've got 6 to they've got 6 to stop the run. Well, out here, as you can see, we can run a variety of routes, but if we just send everybody vertical, you know, you can just count it off. 3 out of those 4 guys are single covered. And if we get real good at running routes and real good at making decisions with our quarterbacks, we're liable to find somebody who's single covered.
And that seems to be the thing about, out of that one set, conservatively, how many options would you say you would have out of that one formation that you have?
We can run our whole offense out of this formation, and then we'll run a variety of formations. We'll run a lot of formations and really have similar plays out of a lot of formations, and then hope to be able to execute those plays, but giving the defense a different look out of a lot of formations.
Yeah, big nation stand tall. 44 in the backfield, y'all know what time it is. Let's go. From the ground to the ground, to attack. Yeah, big blue nation stand tall. 44 in the backfield, y'all know what time it is.
Awesome play inside zone and then throw to QB.
Big blue nation stand tall. 44 in the backfield, y'all know what time it is.
The Urban Meyer tight end shuffle play at Florida was absolutely legal.
This variation of counter is a great complement if you run a lot of split zone. H-back looks like he is splitting across and then leads through inside of the pulling guard.
Penn State implementing a 2 QB system.
Checks back in at quarterback. Now we see the Penn State offense go to work. Brown Allen in the back. They fake it to him. Take a shot down the middle. Ross. No flag. Back in Jackson Smollett, the backup quarterback who came in quite a bit in the first quarter, not a lot in the second. And he hands it off. Big hole for Allen. At 30 total yards in the first half. He got 29 right there. We're never taking a snap on the road. Lean on the running game as he goes out for Jackson Smollett. But Iowa has the number one in, and Allen on the field right now. They hand off inside. Once again, Iowa's defense is there.
Yeah, it is the way they started the first quarter. And it seems like Andy Kotelnicki sees something changing the plays at the line of scrimmage.
Bruckmeyer looking, firing. They connect. Devontae Ross picks up the first down. Smollett checks back in at quarterback. He has not thrown a pass. Keeps it himself.
If I was the backup guy, I would like it. If I was the starter, I would hate it.
Hands off to
Why Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver of all time. First of all, his ability to do different speeds in running his routes. So the change of speeds, his actual game speeds, acceleration, and how he reacts to his second and none. He's able to accelerate or decelerate better than anybody else in the game. He's also able to, by using those change of speeds, be able to show like he's moving faster than he actually is, which gives him the ability to actually run slightly slower and then accelerate and be able to create a separation between him and the defender. He has the ability to be able to explode tremendously, and the variance of speed and his ability to chase the ball with his hands and grab it smoothly is different. His smooth running style makes his speed deceptive, makes everything look like it's the same, which allows him to get in and out of his breaks better than any receiver of all time. Jerry Rice is the best.
Do you remember?
This call by Lincoln Riley is exceptional jet run to elite flicker pass incredible.
Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the
This call by Lincoln Riley is exceptional jet run to elite flicker pass incredible.
Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing
Love this screen on 3rd and 4. OL sells outside zone left. Back slips out into the flat opposite with tackle out in front. QB uses eyes shoulder fake to make the defense look one way, then comes back the other.
Pulling everyone in this case with a down gap backer scheme, blocking 1 and 3 technique, and just my dreams and going on your path if he goes inside you.
This variation of counter is a great complement if you run a lot of split zone. Each back looks like he is splitting and then leads inside of the pulling guard. Fake screen and go from a TE unbalanced look. 3 bubbles, 1 runs a vertical, 2 cells block and wheels it up. QB hits him right in the vacancy created. Nice design and execution from Tulane.
Switch release skinny post is a really interesting play because it forces the corner into a tough spot. The safety for a tough spot. It's a great. Switch release skinny post is a really interesting play because it forces the corner into a tough spot. The safety for a tough spot. It's a great.
Love the screen on 3rd and 4. OL sells outside zone left. Back slips out into the flat opposite with tackle out in front. QB uses eyes/shoulder fake to make the defense look one way, then comes back the other.
Looks like Jet hits like QB power. Boom.
I started with nothing, just my dreams and my hands.
Flood would say,
basic
always there, you
concept
just
with
have
the
to take
sail
it.
route is always an easy. The intermediate throw is always there.
Orbit motion,
Orbit
vertical switch.
motion
Fantastic way you can
receiver
draw in the
switch is a fantastic play to draw them over the top and the switch.
What a great big
Oh, they're going to snap it to
Incredible.
McKinney, throw it to the end zone. What a play! Touchdown, Thomas.
In running situations, he starts under the center. Touchdown. Back, McKinney fields the low snap.
Sneak the QB on and run the
They
fake.
told us before the game they're excited about his future at quarterback. You just saw why. A fake punt to Singleton. And we are
tight end baby. Fake
Beauty
bubble
of this
slant
play
is a gem.
the bubble. The cornerback played up, and man has to respect the fact that he's getting wide, which allows the slant to come underneath.
Yeah, I would say it's multiple. It's spread multiple. I like inside zone, outside zone, zone read. And in that ideal world, I have the best quarterback in the world who can throw it over the yard and can read an end and can run the ball and can do a lot of different things.
If you're really, yeah, you could still, like, these guys use mesh as an offshoot now and just have them run, and the quarterback says, oh, okay, it's zone. When he gets over here, I'm throwing in the window. It's as opposed to having them sit all the time, because there's a true mesh. If you're really, yeah, you could still, like, these guys use mesh as an offshoot now and just have them run, and the quarterback says, oh, okay, it's zone. When he gets over here, I'm throwing in the window. It's as opposed to having them sit all the time, because there's a true mesh.
Don't care what coverage you're in, you can't stop mesh. Like, it just is what it is.
It's undefeated, man. I love it so much. It's easy too. People think it's hard, but it's only hard for defenses. Yeah, just doing a lot of different stuff, but keeping an identity, keeping a base. And then I am really big, and I know a lot of people say it, just finding out what your players can do, what your personnel is, what you have.
The mesh cross could be such a simple play and easy play to be able to complete here. In man-to-man, you get a guy open with a rub, and you have a big, big gain.
Multiple ways to really run inside zone great.
In the halls where the whispers gather, conservative minds debate their future.
There's a great look of cross zone with tight end going kicking out, inside zone, double team, leading up to the next level, and then cross zone anytime. But this is off the jet. Great look. Shows you out inside zone towards the next one.
This is a great fake play.
In the halls where the whispers gather, conservative minds debate.
Here's how you run the air raid offense in multiple variations.
And it's not your birthday. Nothing beats a jet to holiday. 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 Go ahead, it's your birthday. Then you don't give a darn. It's not your birthday. Nothing beats a jet to holiday. Nothing beats a jet to holiday. Nothing beats a jet to holiday. Here a great roommate keeping the shot.
This fake end around tight end delay is just a fantastic play. Getting going in one direction, slipping the tight end out. This fake end around tight end delay is just a fantastic play. Getting going in one direction, slipping the tight end out. This fake end around tight end delay is just a fantastic play. Getting going in one direction, slipping the tight end out.
I ain't even gonna get mad. I'm young, black and rich. She tryna sell me the last bitch. I ain't buying shit. If we ain't talking money, then I'ma put the bitch. I put ice in my mouth.
Inside zone RPO with the arrows. A great play. It gets the guy into the flat quickly. Now everyone's born inside. The rail route off mesh and motion is such a superior play, allows that rail guy to be wide open because
But why is it not winning? Okay, the backside safety's coming down to cover the cross. So then we say, okay, well, we're going to tag Z post and have that Z post over that backside safety's head. So it's just little things like that we're constantly looking for. If you're taking it away, how are you taking it away? How do we adjust to it to make you pay for taking it away? Mesh is one that, if you ever watch us in our two-back set, which we call blue, from my little screen right here, X and Z all the way out here on the numbers, and the Y will be in a more line. And mesh, you're going to see X and Z both squeeze way in because the X needs to be on the mesh with the Y, and the Z needs to come in because he has some option routes where he can. And I could show you 10 steals of us lined up in the blue formation, and if 3 of them we were running mesh, a novice could say, oh, a beginner could say, oh, that's that mesh play because they're all like squeezed in, and people would say like, well, you're giving it away. Doesn't that hurt you? And it doesn't. We actually like that because if you play us, we know that that we're going to run mesh. And so the sooner that we line up in that, we get to see how you practiced all week to defend mesh. And and a lot of times what you did doesn't work. And we can just keep running our base mesh. But sometimes we come up with a plan and it's hard for us. So we'll run it 2 or 3 times. We're a very patient offense. It's not air raid is I'd say run and shoot is a lot more explosive offense where you're throwing the ball downfield a lot more big plays. Air raid's really a really patient offense. So we're playing ball control. I know Leach once said that it's the offense is closest to the wishbone.
wing T and very quickly.
Yellow zone, which is kind of 6 to 19, is going to be shallows. It's going to be the surge screen and the run. That doesn't change all year long. Red zone and goal line is essentially going to be, for the most part, stick and corner with a few runs and mesh. And then third and long is going to be Y cell, Y cross, probably verticals, probably mesh wheel, and maybe like one of those slow screens. And short yardage is going to be our runs and well, the biggest difference, like say for mesh, for example, is we really only run one tag with it. I do a ton of consultation about the last 4 years with schools, college coaches, staffs, individual coaches, and one of the biggest questions I get is, what's your favorite variation of mesh? And I'm like, well, we only got the base way and then one tag. We don't. Right. The only tag we do is post wheel. We don't do like rail and all these other, tons of different ways that people do it. Mesh pyramid, I've heard different. We just run it one way. And so, what's the one now? Traffic. Everybody runs, and yeah, we don't have that. So for us, it's just all about being really good at the base plays, and then even as you go through the games, we just find tags on each. We're going to go in with our base plays, and that's all we're going to practice all week. And then if you're taking it away, we're going to say, well, why are they taking, what across away? So, well, the play side safety, the corner's able to cover our X over there vertical. The wheel's got our Sam. If the answer is, or if the corner's not taken away, for example, let's say the play side safety in the corner, double teaming our X, who's usually our best one-on-one. Wheels coming down, taking our H on, we run it as an option route. Some run it as like a 5-yard out or a 10-yard out. But if they're both taken away, we should have the cross winning.
One of the great all-time football play Delaware Wayne T plays is the counter crisscross at a double wing.
Fake field goal down V-trap for TD is sick.
This switch sales concept is a fantastic concept to be able to get defensive backs moving in one direction, bringing your guy back out to where he originally was on the sale. And mesh search allows the receiver, in this case Lamb Conky, to find the open spot, sit down, and get open. It's a great concept.
Which concept is the elite in the sense on the goal line, move in the pocket, defense can't get set.
I absolutely love this jet motion, which be countered the opposite way. There's multiple ways in one that's incredibly difficult for defense to stop. I absolutely love this jet motion, which be countered the opposite way. There's multiple ways in one that is incredibly difficult for defense to stop. I absolutely love this jet motion, which be countered the opposite way. There's multiple ways in one that is incredibly difficult for defense to stop. great play combined with this RPO where the back goes in motion. It's a classic from Lincoln Riley.
Well, soon I'm going to be even skinnier. I'll be 260 by the end of the year.
The next video.
The GT counter was a great play combined with this RPO where the back goes in motion. It's a classic from Lincoln Riley.
Great punt fake pass to H-back.
Six.